Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com. Today we're continuing our work on our 2017 Kawasaki ZX-14R. Now, as you can tell, she's been sitting up for a while. Now, we've already got her back to life, but now it's time to continue doing some of the maintenance on this one. Today, we're going to focus in on swapping out the air filter. So if you're ready, I'll open up my toolbox and we can dive into this project. So you know I'm usually an OEM guy, and today's no exception for that. The filter I decided to go with is just a factory OEM replacement from Kawasaki. Now it's up to you if you want to go with something different, but I've always been a fan of this particular style because it has a huge surface area, and that's going to allow for maximum airflow to get in. Now I do want to caution you though, this is not like a K&N filter. This is actually paper, so you do not oil it. All we're going to do is replace it. So let's start by pulling these upper fairing covers out first. The real trick is here to do this without losing each one of these little plastic washers. All right, let's get these lifted out. Just kind of push in, and they've got catches under here. Now I bet you'll come out. There we go. Yeah, I had one more up top I forgot about. Sorry about that. There we go. Now, let's get this one, and then the other side. Now granted, this machine, it only has 6,000 miles on it, but the real reason I'm going in there is I'll bet you that that is original, and this is a 2017. So it's been in there for a while. But as long as you're not in a real dusty environment, you shouldn't have to look at this more than, once a year. All right, so getting the shroud off. You pretty much unpeel it going around to the other side. Pulling it forward because we've got a couple of tabs under here we need to get past, and then lift it up. There we go. That bottom one is such a bear to get out of. You've got a pull that you need to get out here as you're pulling it forward. Little tricky, but it's doable. And now we can lift it out the other side. Now that's the most difficult part of this. If you can do that, the rest of it's a breeze. And what we are after is just right here, because our filter is hidden behind that. So just a couple of 8mm bolts here. Lift you out. See if we can slide her out now. And yes, it was still the factory filter. It was time. Not horrible by ATV standards, but this needed to be swapped out, no doubt. It looks like she had an oil bath at some point in time. Maybe somebody did a change, overfilled, and spit some up into the breather. I didn't think it went this far up, but yeah, that looks like it got saturated at some point in its life. You can almost see a pattern around it right there. So yeah, she was due for a change. Now the other thing I want to do is I want to grab a vac with an extension and clean out a fair amount of debris that could get pulled in, and we don't want that to happen. So let's get that cleaned out, and then we can slide the new one in. All right, so let's reverse engines. Now this only goes on one way. You have an arrow, and plus you have that little indentation to where that grab piece is. So you really can't make a mistake on this. It won't let you. So grab our cover and wiggle it on just the opposite way we took it off. So we start over on this side by getting this lower section pushed in along with that retaining pin. Then you've got these two clasps that get caught. Then we bring it down. Then you have this lower knife edge that needs to go in. And then you've got that protrusion right here that you need to get over. And then you can get that pin to go in. What I'm doing is I'm just pushing into the rubber to get that pin to guide over it. So close. There you are. There we go. Satisfying little click. But that's it. You can do this procedure either wrapping it this way or the other way. It is going to work out the same. So we've got the two long ones on either side with the little plastic washers. and the little bit shorter one goes up top. Now you really don't put a lot of torque on these. Get them to just basically seat down and just maybe 2 pounds of torque. Now the one up top you can put a little bit more on because that's going into the frame, but on the sides you're actually pulling into one of those rubber anchors that has the threads inside of it. So there's no reason to get carried away. These little wrenches, they'll keep you out of trouble for the most part. Now let's get our upper fairing covers in. All the way in, bring it out, then seat it. All right, get number 3 in up there. There we go. Same game with these. They don't take a lot of torque, so just get them seated. All right, kids, there you go. Really simple to do, but often overlooked. Even at 6,000 miles, that needed to be done on this unit. Well, if you need these or any other parts for your machine, why don't you come see us at Partzilla.com and we can get you taken care of. Have any questions or comments about this video? Leave them in the section below and I'll do my best to answer them. And hey, if you like what you see, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. That way you can keep up with whatever I'm working on next. We just want to say thank you for shopping here with us at Partzilla. We will see you in the next video. Y'all have a great day.